What are we talking about?
What you watching?
No, I know what. Welcome to What You Watching. What You Watching. What You Watching. Do you know what we're talking about?
The patient.
The patient.
And sometimes I'm the patient, and sometimes Zeus is the patient.
No, I'm very.
Sometimes Zeus is the doctor.
I'm impatient.
Sometimes I'm the nurse.
Theme night.
So,
You know what? We're talking about the patient. You know what? The patient is very weird, by the way. Didn't you think it was weird?
it's interesting.
I'm trying to figure it out. How many episodes in are we?
We're 7.
And I'm still trying to figure it out. This is more like...
No, it's not going to be pieces of her.
No. It's not pieces of her.
It's not becoming her.
No.
Becoming her.
Is that the name of it?
Becoming her.
Her. Becoming
Is
her.
it?
Okay. As long as I've known her, Stephanie loves to just say things with absolute confidence. And it could be completely wrong, like usual.
Boom. Roasted.
And she will believe it. And so...
If I believe it, then you should believe it.
Right, and I was believing it, and then we went back and realized that the name of that show was not Becoming Her. It was...
I think there is a movie called Becoming Her.
It was called...
It was Becoming Elizabeth.
Becoming Elizabeth.
And Pieces of Her.
And Pieces of Her. So
And that was meshed
they had a
with.
baby, and then Becoming Her was the end product. Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we are reviewing The Patient with Steve Carell.
You know Steve Carell from The Office.
Am I a hero? I really can't say, but yes.
The Office,
Notably.
Date
And,
Night, great movies. He's funny, but he's very serious in this.
Yeah.
Anchorman, 40-Year-Old Virgin, those are comedies. He's very serious in this, and he's very, very good.
You know what else he was serious in that we reviewed? The Morning Show.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Come
Here's
on
the thing
back.
about The Patient.
Yes. Tell us about it.
This is a typical example of what binging has done to us, because we started this...
Hi, I'm Zeus. I'm a binger.
I'm a binger.
Hi, Zeus.
Hi, Zeus.
Hi, friend.
We started this series, and we started it at episode 1, and we're so used to binging that we've had to painstakingly wait.
It's like the old days.
It's like, I don't know how people did it, because we have
How
a
did
hard
we
time
do it?
following the story, waiting week after week. So then we thought, okay, let's take a break, let's stack 3 shows, and then we'll watch it again.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we're done again. So
Like you have to wait for stuff.
I
What's
would
up
say
with
that no matter how old you are, the binging's become an issue with our short-term need to keep going.
We want the instant gratification, and we want the patient to be completely uploaded so we can watch every single episode and not have to wait. But
You
nope.
don't want to be patient for the patient?
We don't, producer Slater. We
Be
do not want to be
patient for the
patient
patient.
for the patient.
I like it. Anyway, let's try one
What are we
more
doing?
time
The
to
Patient.
rip The Patient.
All right.
The Patient is a movie with a series with
I'm sorry,
Steve
who?
Carell.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
And he is a psychiatrist.
Yes.
And he gets kidnapped by one of his patients who ends up being a serial killer.
Right.
And the serial killer chains him to the basement. And each episode is about Steve Carell, the psychiatrist, trying to help the serial killer suppress his urge to
continue to kill people
who have somehow offended him in some way.
Yeah. Super light and airy.
Yeah, but it's twisted, it's intense, but you think about there's so little scenery. It's the basement. They never get out of the basement.
No. So there's sets and I'm so sorry.
Somehow Zeus doesn't understand that you can sneeze without your vocal cords.
I can't help it. I'm seeing stars. Ooh, where am I?
Okay, so here's an interesting question
All right.
that you might not know.
Talk to me, Goose.
Who are the creators of this show, of a well-known show that we love?
Oh, that's interesting. You know, I saw it, but I don't remember.
So we have a show that we absolutely love that it's really old. It's called The Americans.
Oh,
And the creators of The Patient were the creators of The Americans.
that's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Huh.
If you haven't seen The Americans, it's well worth watching. It's about 2 Russian spies who move into a little...
Why are we? I thought we were talking about the patient.
I know, but I feel like we brought it up so it's kind of like saying...
Oh, you've heard about John and Mary. Oh, but I can't talk about it.
And they're
Okay.
like, when do we need to talk about John and Mary?
Go back to the patient. Now I'm intrigued.
Okay. So basically the whole thing is that the serial killer wants Steve Carell, the psychiatrist, to help him with his urges to murder someone who has somehow offended him.
Right.
The sad thing is I kept thinking to myself, he chains him to this bed and he can walk around a little bit, but he can't get to the bathroom. There's like...
Well, you saw what he gives him.
There's a whole panel of games and books, but he can't reach them. And to me, I was thinking, games, books? Like, you're going to leave me down in this basement.
If there's a hell, that's it.
No.
Worse than hell.
I have to say one thing. There is an element to the patient where his mom lives upstairs and knows what's going on.
You know who her mom reminds me of? The mother in Psycho.
Really?
Yes.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
He respects her and kind of follows what she said, but she's just as crazy as he is. Wasn't that the mother in Psycho?
Probably.
But the mother was dead.
The mother created Norman Bates.
Norman Bates.
The mother created Norman Bates. In this situation, the father created the serial killer, but the mom is complicit, and she sits by.
Ooh.
She understands what's going on. She wants Steve Carell to help. She doesn't help Steve Carell. You'd think that she would go downstairs and go,
"Let me unchain you."
Right.
And help you. Then she goes upstairs and pretends, la 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 la, nothing's happening.
Like crazy, crazy. It's weird and interesting, and it makes you want to watch another episode. I don't know why. It's very bizarre.
So would you recommend this?
I would recommend it. It's not like my favorite genre and style, but I'm thinking, you know, it's probably a 3 Lazy Boy to me.
So here's what I was thinking.
What's our new...
I think we should...
What's our new schedule?
I think that Lazy Boys absolutely was a cute idea, but it doesn't work for us.
No, it does, because we're trying to get them as a sponsor. So it absolutely works for us.
But I think we need to, you know, like how Fix It or Forget It, or...
Would you recline or not recline?
Instead of what you watching, would you watch it? Would you not watch it?
No, we're not changing. We're not rebranding.
Okay. My recommendation is I would watch it, but I would stack it. I would wait until it's 6 or 7 episodes in, and then I would watch it, because waiting a whole week to see a 30-minute episode
22
of
minutes,
something that has cliffhangers and intense material, you just lose it. You lose the intensity.
And it's funny, because that's how everything always was. I don't know how we survived on that our whole 60 years.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I think when you're dealing with a psychological thriller, you can't have a week break in between every 30-minute show.
It's hard, because it's hard, even though when you watch the here's what happened last episode, you know, kind of thing, the recap, it's still hard to jump back in and say, because it gets you in a mood. And that's, I think, where it takes a lot to get you in that mood. And if you're able to binge watch things, you stay in that mood for a longer period of time and you get more invested in it. It's tough to do it in 22-minute increments.
And especially with all that's going on in the world.
Play the recap again.
If you have to wait a whole week, all the things that are going on in your life, you're like, wait, what? TV show? Huh? It's a whole new way of doing things.
I agree.
Here's one thing I have to say. I go off Rotten Tomatoes. The audience score is usually higher than the critic score. I don't pay attention to critics because I think critics have an ulterior motive to just be like,
I'm so intense, I'm a critic.
Critics say 85, viewers say 79. Still,
What do the dogs say?
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Hey, you know what? Thanks for what you're watching. Please subscribe. Please make the comments. And I was laughing at Steph because all the younger people go,
smash that like button. Smash the like button.
So please click on the like button and the bell. And you know what? Let us know what you're watching. If it's scary, if it's weird, if it's fun, if it's unique. We want to know about it. Have a great week, and